think I've been able now that I don't take home. You know what I'm saying? Like
I do.
I take my friendship like with you home, but
right.
other than that, I don't take them people home. So when I go to set, I leave that shit on set. So when they be caught like to get my number, or they be like tweeting out shit and long things. I don't give a fuck about that. God damn it.
And I used to be able to do that. Seasons 1 and 2, that was really easy for me to do. But then as the seasons went on, and I find myself in all these ridiculous situations that in my real life don't occur. In my real life, I don't go through anything that anyone else doesn't go through, right? So the more the seasons go on and the more drama I'm in the middle of and the more beef I have, I end up taking it home and I can't shut it off because at one point I was copacetic with everybody. So everybody did have my number. So when I'm trying to go to bed and I'm trying to bathe my son and I'm trying to do homework and I'm trying to cook dinner or I'm just trying to relax during the weeks that Cam is with his dad, or I want to go to the studio, or I want to, whatever it is, and I'm sitting up in the bed beefing via text till 2:00 in the morning, and it's like, listen, I don't even want to beef with you. Like, I really don't.
Saying, but people gotta learn.
But you go for my jugular, and when you go for the jugular, bitch, I got to stop the bleeding, or I got to get you before you can get to the jugular, and then it turns into something that it never needed to be. And so what people don't realize, let me say,
but you handle it well. That's what I'm telling you.
What people don't know is this.
Well.
People will fuck with me off camera, and then I get in there, and the first person I see is the person that's been banging my line all fucking night long. And it's like, bitch, I'm tired. You were harassing me till 2:00 in the morning, and now you're back. I can't take it. And I just go in because it's like, Lord, let me just get this over with. Let me get this done. And let me go on about my day. And then it just snowballs. And so now it's just like, you know what? I can't say that I want to live a certain type of life. I can't say I want better for myself. I can't say I want to be this person. And yet every time I'm faced with the very, an obstacle, or God tests me with something and I fail the test, I'm tired of failing the test because ultimately I pay the price. They don't. Their lives go on. And I'm stuck because I feel bad, I'm sad, I'm frustrated. And so to let that go, now I choose to let it go. If you want to hold on to that, hold on to that. But I'm not going to dwell in the hurt house with you.
It doesn't matter.
I can't hear you.
That's what I'm saying is now it doesn't matter. Like, be you. Like, you is glowing. Who you are, like, I promise you, when you're happy, people can see you're happy. When you're in a good place, people can see that too. And my thing, I wanted to just hit you and say to you, you are, if no one told you, you are a great person if no one has told you.
Thank you, Kimberly. So are you, girl.
And if no one has told you that you deserve the best, you are beautiful, you are strong. If no one has said that to you recently, I want to give you your flowers while you're here and say that you are a strong woman. You are very
Thank you.
Smart,
and girl, same
a
with
smart
you,
woman.
Nobody can tell me shit about Kay. They'll be like, oh, just wait, you'll see. But the thing is, it's like at the end of the day, you only saw that side because what did you do?
Thank you.
What did you do?
Moniece, do I ever call you? Do I ever call you like on some shit? Ever?
No. And my
Never.
Thing is,
Never. I'm calling you. We laughing. We kicking.
That's what I try to get people to understand. Like we rarely talk about
that
what's going on,
right?
What's going on television.
We
or
never
whatever.
do.
Hardly ever. It has to be something so stupid or something so ridiculous. But even then, it's not like days will go by. Somebody else has done something super stupid and we're on the phone talking about something completely unrelated, and it's like, oh wait, by the way, did you see or did you hear? And we spend very little time on that.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
So we don't do that. Like, it's honestly like, I'm able, to look at it and take things for what it is. Like, a lot of things I think this year have been very hurtful. And as tough and strong as I try to be, shit do fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? People I used to love that's done stuff to me, that fucks with me. You know, people who don't know me be like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay, bitch, everybody's gonna beat my ass. Okay, fine.
Right.
I don't care. But when you go through things you love, it's hard to love. Like loving your friend, loving your lover. And this year, everything was in question for me. From loving my friends to loving my lover to everything. And the people that were solid in my life when I felt like I was down to my lowest, I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. I don't think you understand.
See, that's where we're alike. When I was at the low with the AD situation and all that, you were probably one of the only people I answered the phone for. So, you know, same with me. I don't forget those things either. So for me, I just feel like when somebody, and we're so much alike, and I feel like we're so misunderstood because when somebody does fuck with us, we go so hard. But I think people can realize I don't wake up in the morning like, who can I fuck with today?
Yeah.
That I don't wake up like, oh, what can I do to hurt AD today? Like, that's not what happens. What happens
but
is,
they really do be thinking.
They do.
They think we be around here plotting or doing something.
Right. And what happens is somebody says something, or AD does something or says something, and because I am such a lover, it hurts. And when I'm hurt, it's a wrap.
When I'm hurt, I'm going at your ass, right?
All of it. And then but in that moment, once that moment happens, you can't take it back. And that's what really hit me. It's like some of the shit that I watched back this season, and I'm like, damn, like, I can never take that back. That was brutal, but I can't take that back. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, in a moment, I want to be able to stop, and I want to be able to think, and I want to be able to really properly assess what I'm feeling and why, and then come back and say what I have to say. And make sure that the point is well received. And it was so funny because I went to church, and let me share this. I went to church, and the deacon started off, and he said, I was laying in bed with my wife, and I received a text message late at night from a number I didn't know. And the person texted me and said, I did something to you in 1986, and I have to apologize. And he said, I don't know who this is or what you did, but 30 years later, you are forgiven. And the person responded with their name and said, this is so-and-so, but no, I need to talk to you. And so he said, okay, well, I'll be on the road tomorrow from this time to this time. I'll text you and you can give me a call. So the next day he gets on the road. He texts a gentleman. He said, I'm on the road. Give me a call. So the guy calls and says, you know, the reason why I wanted to talk to you is because when we were in college, you were struggling with some things. And you would go to the shower in the locker room, and they would be written on the wall. Or we would get to the dorm room, and there would be these evil, heartbreaking notes taped to the door. And you would cry, and then you would confide in me some more. And I have to let you know that I was the one who was taking these struggles back to your transgressors. And yet I called myself your friend. And he said, when you're in elementary and junior high, or if you're on the high school sports team, when you go through an obstacle course, right, you go through the tires, the ladder, the monkey bars, the cones, whatever else, and there's somebody there with a stopwatch waiting to see how fast you got it done. And then your goal becomes to beat that time. But in life, that's not how obstacles work. There is no time limit. And when you are in the crux, when you are in the eye of the storm, you don't see a way out. And so he said, you know, 30 years later, he had forgotten all about that. But when he was in it, he didn't see how he was going to get out. And he's got this great job. He's rooted in his faith. He's got this wife. He's got these beautiful kids. And he'd forgotten all about that time. And the very person that put that obstacle in his way was someone that he thought was his friend. Yeah. And he said he was really hurt at first, but he had to really forgive it. And that was a really painful time for him. And so when I got up and I left that sermon that day, that service that day, I then had a spiritual, session with my pastor, and he was just like, you need to let it go. And forgiveness is key.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered that conversation that you and I had that day in the scene, and you were so hurt.
Yeah.
And I said this very thing to you, but I wasn't living that.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying, but trying and doing are two totally different things.
Yeah.
And so now that I'm doing, and I'm watching every area of my life flourish, it's not worth going back. It's not worth my sanity. It's not worth the argument. Because at the end of the day, people are bringing kids into this world. People are getting married. People are going through health problems. Life is happening every day. And to spend your life, or even a day of your life, attacking people, arguing with people that really have no bearing on your day-to-day life.
No, they don't.
Ridiculous.
They can't stop anything that's for
they
you.
Can't stop anything. They're not paying your bills. They're not taking care of your children. They are not fucking you. They are not helping you with your career. They're only interrupting your growth and interrupting your process. But at the same time, you allow that. And you only allow that because you're holding on to the hurt. But when you let it go, you get to the other side of the obstacle.
Yeah.
And you can't rush someone else's process.
No.
So I can't rush people that I've done things and said things to, who have also done things and said things to me, to catch up. But at the same time, I am here. So whether you are at the same destination at the same time as me or not is irrelevant. I can't control you. I can only control me. And I'm here now. So it's never too late to just reach out and say, yes, this happened, but I'm sorry. The semantics don't matter. The when, the why, the how we got here is irrelevant.
Saying I'm sorry, that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, see, it never matters who's right or maybe who's wrong in situations. But for me, that's a maturity thing that I'm looking to grow in. Blow your ass up after you done something to me. It's very hard for me to go back and apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I was minding my fucking business as is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I will never understand, though, how people do things to you. And then once you react, you are the villain. You are the bully. You're wrong. So for me, that's been something I'm trying to grow in, and just saying, being okay with the apology, I may never get. Because
correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I want to grow in.
And the other
be
thing,
okay.
Yeah, and the other thing about that is you have to have patience, empathy, and understanding, right? So if I understand that you did that to me because you're hurt and you're carrying transgressions from transgressors that are not me. I didn't do that to you, right? But that doesn't mean that you're not affected or you're not struggling or you're not hurt as a result of whatever has taken place. So first, I need to understand that. Secondly, I need to be empathetic. Once I have understanding, I can show you empathy. And once I can show you empathy, I can be patient with your process. So I can wait for you to apologize. But at the same
look at me, you see my face, I'm like,
I can wait, meaning I can be patient enough to see if you will arrive at that moment by yourself. I can't pull it out of you because then it's not sincere. Yeah. So I would rather wait for you to arrive at that place on your own. But in the meantime, because I've been able to offer you empathy, I understand why you did what you did. It doesn't make it right. I don't appreciate it. I didn't deserve it. But I'm sorry for what I said that may have added to your pain. I apologize. Yeah. And then I leave it there. Now, if you arrive at that moment where you come back and you say, you know what, Mo, what I did to gaslight you, to ignite that flame, to evoke that reaction out of you, that wasn't right. And I was hurt, and I took other things out on you, and I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. Then we can begin to repair. Now, if you never arrive at that place, I've already cleared my conscience, cleared my heart, cleared my mind. I'm at peace because I did what was right. And so I don't have to look back. We don't have to be friends, but we also don't have to have bad blood. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, that's where I am. You know what? Lyrica did speak about my motherhood season 4. She did do that.
She did what?
She spoke about my motherhood season 4 on camera. That happened. And from there, things snowballed. Well, then we spoke after that and we were fine. And then things snowballed. So when I saw her clap back or whatever, you know what? We don't even need to go back and forth. I'm the queen of receipts. I know what it is, and you know what it is. And we know that this show brings out the worst in people. So this, again, how we landed here, why we landed here, who did what first, it doesn't matter. If I say I don't want, you know, I want an easy, I just don't want a beef. If I have to be the one to take the first step, I'm sorry. I wish you the best on this journey. Anything I've said that hurt you, I sincerely and genuinely apologize. Now, I can say that, but what I do to follow up is what's going to matter. So from here on out, once I say sorry, whether she had kept going or not, you won't hear a word out of me about Lyrica in a negative way. It just won't happen.
And then I'm saying these comments, like y'all are hearing these comments, saying stuff like, what's crazy in these comments, why just come over here? Because you already know I'm going to block the fuck out of you forever in life. Like, like they be really, like their mamas didn't listen to them when they was kids. Like their mothers didn't take them to school or didn't dress them or something. Because they be so angry coming up under here. I'm not your mother. She's not your mother. Get your dumb ass from up under these motherfucking comments. God damn it.
And that's where it starts, Kay.
No, fuck them motherfuckers.
It can be
fuck
them.
Be human, goddammit. With these motherfuckers, you got to humanly tell these motherfuckers that you will humanly whoop their ass on sight.
But this is what they expect. See, and it's little things like this that are the test.
Well, I lost this one.
You failed the test. So for the rest of the live, bitch, I'm not gonna curse nobody out. See, here's the other thing. When you are focused on doing right, you don't do wrong.
Really am. I really am.
So
that's why
if you are distracted,
I want you to come, but that's why I'm doing this, because I want people to see.
If you are distracted by these comments,
girl,
something ain't right, girl.
Look, my mouth big. That mouth be so ready. I be like, you know what? But then, and then
now
you had like your moment.
And we just had that whole conversation, and this little shit like that we don't think matters, but it matters. That's the motherfucking test. Let them talk. You know what? You want to know what my therapist told me? Social media is not real life. We might pass half these motherfuckers in the comments, and we would never know who they were. We would never know. We would never know that was the bitch in the comments talking shit.
Bitch, I know. I can feel it. Bitch, I can feel a motherfucker. I can feel a hating ass bitch. I don't know.
I cannot. Girl, pay them dust. Pay them dust.
No.
Pay them dust,
but that's what I wanted tonight. I wanted to tell you that on this journey of Kimberly and everything that's going on, you know, like this seminar, we still human. And I think people forget that you're human, and you're human in your feelings, you're human in your thoughts and your beliefs, and you feel just like them. Right. You know, if they was in this situation or went through what you went through or went through what I went through, they're going to feel a whole kind of way. But they can easily judge on TV. So people never get maybe the best representation of who Moniece Slaughter is. So today, I'm just calling my dear friend to say that what I see in you is a great person.
Thank
you. And never beat yourself up about no shit with none of these motherfuckers, because you already know what the type of world we're in and what type of games people like to play. But I want to tell you, my friend, I love you to death. I'm finna get off and get to packing. We gotta drink and go do something.
Are you back in LA?
No, I'm not. I'm
what
going
happened
to
with
Atlanta.
the house in Malibu?
It's burnt down, probably.
I had to send my mom while I was in Atlanta. I kept sending her.
Not smiling about it. It's like
I had to call my mom and say, "Can you please go check on my house? Is it burned down?" And I had somebody here, and they called me and said they evacuated. And so my niece's birthday party was here on Saturday.
Forget, because you in Calabasas, right?
I'm in Calabasas, girl.
See, because I forgot. I should have called on that because I forgot it had Calabasas and then it hit Malibu.
Yep, Calabasas was first. I woke up in Atlanta and saw the Kim's Kardashians post, and I was like, that's the freeway right by my house.
Girl, everything, all them pictures, like from that Starbucks that Gaga go to, that's the Starbucks I can see from my window.
Right.
Like, so that whole Zuma Beach thing is burnt up. So you know that house is burnt, right? Girl, it's burnt down. But I've been through so much shit. You think I'm worried about some shit like that? Like, I'm right now, I'm just like really happy to be healthy.
Right. That part.
That part, bitch. I'm really happy to be healthy. But I'm good. I'm gonna be back in LA. I'll call you soon as because let's just eat. We haven't ate out.
Well, I'm gonna be in Atlanta December 3rd to December 9th.
Well, I might be there because other restaurant and all of that kind of stuff. The other one, so I might be there.
By the way, bitch. Before AD dumped me for the 6th time, we went to Puff and Pedals, and it was so good.
Thank you,
girl. It was so good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you went. I was happy.
And it was so cute, and I love that it's so small and intimate.
You like it?
But
the other one is super big.
Okay.
But I liked I didn't think nobody was gonna come. I just did this little restaurant. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so little. And after I opened it and people were coming, God will shock you. Like I shocked my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So now I got the other one. I'm thinking about, I don't know. You know what I want? I want a food truck park. You know how they have all these parks in Miami? Mm-hmm. That's why I've been in Miami because I'm like, I can do some stuff maybe here in Miami, you know, stuff like that. So, but I'm going to call you. Let's talk, and let's go eat next week somewhere. Woo-hoo. I love you so much.
Love you too, boo.
Mwah, kiss the baby. Mwah,
mwah, mwah, mwah. I will.
I love you.
Love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye y'all.